Hello, I'm Loong Seng Onn and I'm the Executive Director of the Singapore Mediation Centre, or SMC for short. I've been with the SMC for more than 17 years. In my line of work, what I essentially do is to run the centre, but apart from running the centre, I'm very much involved in mediation of disputes and also very much involved in training. By training, I'm a lawyer. I was called to the Singapore Bar in 1989. Allow me to tell you a bit about my mediation style. One of the most important attributes of a good mediator is versatility. A good mediator must be able to adapt his style to fit that particular dispute and the particulars involved in that particular dispute. So in a sense, I don't really subscribe to a particular style of mediation, whether it be facilitative or transformative or evaluative. What I tend to do is to do whatever is necessary to help parties settle a particular dispute. So I'm very, very comfortable facilitating disputes, or if necessary, and if our parties actually want it, I'm quite prepared to render an opinion on the merits of the case or even to suggest solutions. See, ultimately, all mediations are unique. And not only do you have to adapt your style to a particular case, even during the course of a particular mediation, your style may also need to vary. Having said that, one of the things we have noticed running the centre between the mediators who settle matters and mediators who do not manage to settle the matters is perseverance. Now, I'm not saying that settlement is the be-all and end-all of mediation, but it is obviously something which is going to be very important to the parties. I am very prepared to capitalize on the momentum at mediation to work until the very wee hours of the morning, or take as many days as it is required to help parties settle the matter. This would be, I imagine, particularly important in the case of cross-border disputes because it would be a logistical challenge just to get parties to come for mediation. Now, of course, perseverance is half the battle. You need to have the parties with you. So it is not only important for me as a mediator to have optimism about the prospects of settlement. That optimism has to be communicated to the parties, and somehow a mediator has to be able to convince parties involved in an intractable dispute that movement forward is just around the corner. In cross-border disputes, one must also be adept at dealing with different cultures. In this regard, I am really quite fortunate on two counts. First of all, working in Singapore, which is a veritable melting pot of different cultures. I've worked with colleagues from India to New Zealand to Lithuania. And the second thing about my past experience, which has helped me, is that I'm very much involved in training, and training not only in Singapore, but we've gone to such far-flung places as Fiji, Malta, Thailand, and all these varied experiences dealing with different cultures has, I believe, fine-tuned or raised my sensitivity towards cultural considerations. And this, I imagine, is particularly important as well for cross-border disputes. Finally, I am very comfortable dealing with emotional parties. Now, some are of the view that cross-border commercial disputes are all about money and commercial pragmatism. But in my experience, if parties reach the point where they need to have a third party help them with the dispute, chances are that there are strong emotions involved. And sometimes these strong emotions are just simmering under the surface. So a good mediator must be comfortable, if necessary, to deal with these emotions effectively so that you can get parties past the emotions to look at the conflict rationally. I hope that you found my short presentation useful and that you have a better idea of who I am, my style of mediation, and the types of cases that you think I may be able to help you with. Thank you very much.